Lots coming up on the show this evening. We'll be hearing from singer-songwriter Torrin a little bit later. He's over in Ireland, but I caught up with him last week and we chatted about his music. He's originally from Peel. Got a couple of songs by him. We're going to play beautiful, atmospheric singer-songwriter stuff. I think you're really going to like it. Funnily enough, he started out as a rapper. It's an interesting story. More of that in the next hour of the show. I'm about to share my chat with you that I had with Torrin earlier on this week, but he mentions in his chat that he's a huge Oasis fan, so I thought I'd play that for him. In the meantime, as I said a little bit earlier, it was kind of an unusual way that I learned about Torrin. Obviously, I know very little about you. I heard about you just because somebody sent a message in saying they'd heard your music played at a party, which is very exciting.
I'm kind of crazy, actually.
It's cool. So, but you're from Peel originally, aren't you?
Yeah. I was born in the Isle of Man. I grew up a little bit in Castletown, but then I moved to Peel, and then I lived there till I was 14, 13.
And where are you now?
I'm in Northern Ireland.
So yes, you've sent me some links to your songs, which are really lovely. It's lovely stuff. So how long have you actually been making music for? How long have you been songwriting?
I got into making music around very early 2017, mainly through like Eminem. So I started writing raps, and then I started writing the kind of songs I am now 2018.
Because that's a very different style.
Yeah. I'm glad I don't do it anymore because it's atrocious. But yeah.
I kind of feel like I need to have listened to some of your raps, but I take it they're not available anywhere.
I've got every old song I did, but I'm never getting rid of them. But I don't want anyone to hear them. It's a bit of a contrast to writing little love songs as well. So.
Yeah, were they very angry and political?
I think I was just trying to be like him. So yeah, probably not knowing what I was talking about at all. But
yeah, you were just trying to lose yourself in the moment, as they say. Oh, terrible. So tell us about your music now. Then, how would you sort of describe what you do?
I'd say I make like indie rock, kind of. The new style for myself would definitely be coming from like the Strokes, and I'm trying to get into like the Oasis sound, the Britpop kind of era of myself.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that would be sort of slightly before your time, would it, when Oasis were really big? Yeah. So what is it about that you like?
I love the lyrics they do, and like the Noel's songwriting and Liam's voice really attracts me to their music.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that obviously where you are now, I mean, does it have a good music scene? Is it supportive of the music there? Have you got plenty of places to play and share your music?
I don't go out and perform, not yet anyway. But there's not really many. I don't think many artists around my area. I think I'm the only one like still undiscovered or whatever. But yeah.
And of course now, in some respects, you could argue it doesn't really matter if you're not sort of like the next big thing in your town, because as you've done, you can load your music to YouTube and, you know, make yourself available to the rest of the world, can't you?
Yeah. It's like, I like how that's a thing now. So I don't have to travel the world and risk it. I can sit in my bedroom, make music, put it up. Nobody likes it. I haven't really lost anything.
Well, clearly you make an impression, because we did have that message in saying, I heard some guy from the Isle of Man being played at a party. So you're going down a treat, and it sounds like you've obviously got some proud family and friends still here on the Isle of Man who are presumably trumpeting loud about how great your music is to anyone that'll listen.
Yeah, well, I think that's mostly my dad probably.
And you've sent me some links to a couple of your songs, which are so lovely. They're really good tunes here. Tell us a little bit about them then. Tell us about One More High, first of all.
So all of my stories, I think, are based off my friends, their love and whatever. So One More High is about wanting to get away from like a relationship, but also wanting to keep the feeling, you know? It's just breakup love songs that I'm doing right now. And that's probably one of my best songs I've ever made. I
think people tend to relate to it, don't they? Because they like the emotion. And if they've been through something similar, they sort of feel connected to it, don't they?
Yeah, my friend Ollie recently brought that up to me. And he was like, I don't know if you realize it, but you help people relate in your songs. And I never knew that. I just wrote songs I thought were cool. So it's nice to know that I get people to relate to me.
Yeah, that's great, because I suppose in some respects, well, what more could you ask for as a songwriter, to have that connection with the people that listen to your music?
Creates a fan as well. So
yeah, exactly.
Even better.
So who do you connect to then musically? Who do you find yourself sort of listening to and thinking, yeah, this person gets me?
Ooh, I don't know. Because when I listen to music, I just listen to it for a good time. But if I want to feel something, I don't know. I'd say...
Yeah, who did you listen to last then?
I listen to AC/DC.
Good choice.
Oasis as well.
Yeah.
The Strokes. I'd say the Strokes are my number one. Coldplay as well. The old Coldplay.
Yeah. So again, stuff that is before your time. So is it just sort of searching online where you find these artists and they're sort of recommended through other things, or has it come through your family, or how have you found them?
A bit of both. So my mum would play older songs like Creedence Clearwater Revival when I was younger, and I really like them as well. I just search up like playlists and see who's in it, like rock playlists, and then I'd find Kiss or Bon Jovi and stuff like that.
All good choices, I have to say. So tell us a little bit about Foolish Angel then, which is the other song you sent me a link to.
I'd say it's a bit of a true story. So Foolish Angel is me treating an old friend not too well, but her always being there for me and coming back. And then one time I treat her badly, she doesn't come back, and I'm wondering where she is, and she still hasn't come back. So it's a bit of a sad song, disguised as like a pop kind of song.
So it's kind of almost sort of confessional, really, isn't it? So how did it make you feel when you were sort of writing it? Did it feel cathartic, or was it just because you hoped she'd hear it and forgive you?
I wanted to send it to her, but I didn't know if that would be a bit weird. But I was feeling strange writing it, and don't know if it was too personal, but I just stuck with it and released it, and it did pretty good. So.